Tervehdys kaikille ja tervetuloa Taideliveen. Ja etten mä unohda ihan täysin, niin huomenna ei ole Taideliveä, koska on muita juttuja hoidettavana, niin nautitaan tästä päivästä. Hello and welcome, Tina.
Hello. Good day, everybody. Today, we're going to be working with color again. And this time, I want to work with some cool colors, not just warm colors like we did last time. So, let us
Eli tehdään viileillä väreillä tänään.
Oops, I thought I had everything ready at my fingertips. Here we go. Okay, back to the color wheel. These are the warm colors, and we did our desert scene with our cliff. Today, I'm going to work with these colors plus some red, but red will be very separate, okay? So only Tina, I consider this a neutral, okay? So I include yellow on both sides of the color wheel, where technically they would say these are the warm colors. I can't work with these colors successfully if I don't pay attention to how much yellow I have in my picture. Okay, what I did was I dug through my old files of my photos that I took when I lived in Hawaii. So this is, or we just call it a red ginger. That's what it is, just red ginger plant. And these are Dracaena plants that we call tea plants, and we use them in instead of plastic wrap, we use this to wrap food in. It's non-toxic. The ancient Hawaiians used them for clothing, wrapping food, cooking in these. Okay, so those are the Dracaenas behind. And then this is not an edible ginger plant. We don't eat the roots of this plant. It's for pretty. It's for beauty. Okay. And as you can see, there's some little water drops.
Little bit to the center.
Oops. Oh, wait, this way?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see some water droplets. I may or may not include those because they're going to be really hard to see. Now, speaking of composition, I want you to see that I purposely picked a very dark background to feature the red. This is dark here. I purposely picked some lighter leaves. So it would be visually interesting. I have some dark. I have a lot of verticals. I picked a few verticals to reinforce this, so these leaves in here. Then for interest, I lucked out. There was a nice horizontal. There's a 1/3 to the composition. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So my foreground, my middle ground, into my background. And then again, when I photographed it, I'm going in thirds this way. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. So this is a pretty accurate composition. And when you're learning composition, stick to the rules at first, then you can change the rules, but understand really strong composition. Okay, so we're going to get started on this today. I'll probably finish it today. What we're going to do is I'm going to do the outline. Ooh, look at that. You did your river. Yeah. It's very Dali-ish. Yeah. Like Salvador Dali. I'm expecting the river to do something unusual. Okay, so I'm going to block in first because I know it's in the center, okay? It's absolutely in the center. I'm going to do this first, just the outline, but I'm going to do it in green. Yes, the plant is red, but everything around it is green, so I'm going to outline in green. Okay? Here we go. So this is, let's see. Okay, I'll keep it. It's going to be off camera, but it's the only way I can do this. Okay, so we're going to have it here. If you can see, I have marked out the edge of an A4 paper. Yeah, A4. Because the whole thing won't fit properly. I know I'm out of focus. Let's see, get in focus. Focus. Focus.
I think I could probably use the half from the A4.
Yes. Okay. All right. La la la. Okay, I'm gonna pick not a dark green, but like a medium green. You can even start with a lighter green. You can start with this light green. Wait, let me get my focus. I can see I'm blurry. All right. Who should we pick today? You're cute. We'll take you. Okay. Baby dragon. Oh, you told everybody we won't be on tomorrow, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there we go. All right.
It's okay.
All right, good. All right. So now I have done just one painting of this, maybe two, one in watercolor, one in tempera. But what I want you to see overall is it's a long ellipse. So I can start off with maybe pink or a little bit of red just to show me where I'm moving down. Okay, I'm moving in this direction. And now I can come in with just relax. I don't expect you to be able to draw this without photo resource in front of you, but we're using negative and positive space. Now, you've heard me say handle things with a lot of coils, and that's for a different kind of drawing, okay? This is about color study. And I'm repeating myself. You're probably wondering, wait a minute, it's red. Why is she drawing in green? I don't want to disturb the background. I want to focus on the background first. So just make it interesting. Some are pointed, some are a little bit round, and I'm working very fast, okay? You don't need to work this quickly. This is a personal method that I developed along with the help of different instructors, listening carefully to my instructors. And I found that my weak point in my work was my backgrounds. I would get very nervous and agitated about my backgrounds. So what I started doing is focusing on my backgrounds first. Then when I started teaching, I saw my students having the same problems. So I said, okay, this is how we're going to work on this. We're going to focus on the backgrounds first. So that's my main subject matter, the red. All right.
Sometimes I've noticed also that when you're working on a piece, it helps when you make some tiny part like it's finished, because it sets the level where you are going, and your eyes see that okay, that's the level I'm going for for this one.
That's the goal. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the finish line.
Yeah. But sometimes it's fun to leave. I love that kind of art, that there's tiny part of really high-end work, and then there's like a sketches, and
Yes.
so you can see the whole journey in one picture.
The
I love
process.
those.
Yeah. Isn't that the best thing about art, is that everybody, you can give everybody the same materials, you can give them the same instructions, and every single piece is going to be different.
Yeah.
In a class of 30 people, you're going to have 30 different results. No two are going to be like.
Yeah.
Now, viewers, you wonderful people that are visiting us while we're drawing, understand, I'm sorry for that glare. Alpo and I have been drawing for a long time. A long time. So some people, I worry that some people might get frustrated and say, oh, I can't do that. And I'm going like, well, if you spend then 50 years, you will.
Yeah. It's just the thing that you go through the frustration.
Mm-hmm. And the frustration is kind of fun, I think.
Yeah. That's why I think it's good to enjoy the resistance that happens inside of us. That enjoy it, notice it. I call it nillittäjä. That is like me. This isn't good. Yeah. And I say that's the personal trainer for you. It tells you what is wrong in that picture, and okay, I'll fix it. It's the personal trainer.
How funny. I call them the yaks. Yak. Okay. Now, so I know this is going to be a darker green, and there's some light greens here, and I know this is going to be red.
Can you,
so,
one moment. Can you show the picture? I just make a fast sketch.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, the photo?
The photo, yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Here we go.
Okay. So
come on, darling. Focus. There we go. Camera, focus. There. It's very bright. The camera for our stream makes it dull. Oh, and Mele Kalikimaka means Merry Christmas in Hawaii. And this is more than a year ago. It's a while ago. So, viewers, look at how many triangles are involved. Okay. Lots and lots of triangles.
Niin,
now,
huomioikaa paljon, jos on kolmioita, Tiina sanoo.
So triangle, negative space triangles. This is a triangle, oodles of triangles all over the picture. Okay. Alrighty. Now I can see the lightest part is going to be my sky, and the darkest part is going to be here and tucked in here. So I'm going to start in my middle tones, not too dark, not too light. And the way I do that is I squint. You remember that funny word squint? You pinch your eyes shut and it'll sort of drop out the colors and you'll just see dark and light. Or if you want to, you can take another photograph, process it, and desaturate so it's only black and white. This is very useful because then you can see where your middle tones are. I think right now I'm going to block in this leaf, these that are in my middle ground and in my foreground. I'm going to leave the background because it's dark. So I'm going to go ahead and, as you can see, I'm going to start with some yellow.
Eli aloitetaan keskisävyistä. Keskisävyistä.
Where's my yellow green? Here's my yellow green. It's a really funny, very electric color. I'm following the veins on the leaf. You can see it's a V shape, more triangles, yeah, V shape there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, let me turn this off and see if that helps. Okay, it adjusted. It's not great, but I want you to see what I'm doing right now, okay?
Eli lehden V-muotoja. Kolmioita.
And so I'm working on watercolor paper, my nice cheap watercolor paper, because I'm using a lot of pressure and I want to put down a lot of color. My copy paper won't handle that. I mean, it might, but it'll probably tear. Okay, I want to use that same kind of, I'm going to mix these colors. Now, I put a line to frame it, but I did that so I can go outside of the lines. I did it in green so it can kind of disappear as well. Okay. Oh, this is so much fun. I love doing this in watercolor because this dark space right here is negative space painting. And I will make things appear by leaving a little blank spot there. Then I can come in with this. Now let's be clear, I'm not doing photo realism. I am playing with color today. So let's not go, oh, it doesn't look just like the photograph. No, I don't want it to.
Eli tehdään tässä, ei tehdä fotorealistista, vaan leikitään väreillä.
This is also a great fun way to know what your pencils can do. Okay. To see how they blend. And also you can take your watercolors in the field and draw outside, but I find that a little bit messy, and coloring with colored pencil is just so much cleaner when you're moving around a lot. You just whip out your pencils and you can put them away again. Okay, now I'm going to go back to this leaf. The thing about living in a place like a jungle is you see so much color doing so many different things. At first, everybody only sees green, just green, 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 green. But yeah, then all of a sudden you see a little purple. You see a little brown. You see some blue here and there where you don't expect it.
Yeah, it's fascinating when you start to look closer and you just calm down and be and start to look really close. There's so much more.
Yes, so much more. Have you been in a jungle? Have you ever been in a jungle, Alko?
Yeah. Yes, in Thailand.
Tell me your impressions.
What do you mean? I think it was exciting. The richness of it.
Mm-hmm. Was it what you expected, or was it more than you expected?
I don't know. First time there was way too many mosquitoes.
I'm sorry, because I have the same problem. That's why I'm laughing. They're terrible.
But I loved geckos. They were fun.
They are sweet.
They were a lot of fun.
Very sweet. I have some nice gecko photos I will share with you.
When I lived in Thailand, there was I had a mango tree on my yard, and there lived this big gecko who made a lot of noise. And one time I was at home and I noticed that I don't hear the gecko, and I started to look, what happened? Is it okay? And at one point it just started again. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Fuck you!
Then everything was normal. Everything was okay.
I was like, yes, lovely. And I loved the sound because it sounded like it said "fuck you." I really love it.
That is hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna go down here and do some of this brown. There's so much life and death in a jungle. Something's always poking through the ground, and something's always dying, and it is important that, let's see, I'm going to use Copenhagen blue. Let's see what happens if I use that. Okay. It's rather important to pay attention to what's going on around one in a jungle. It is exciting, but it's also, to me, rather scary. We don't have snakes in Hawaii.
Oh.
No snakes.
Wow.
So I have to be careful when I'm in unfamiliar areas, because I can be innocently stupid about, oh my gosh, that can kill me. And living in different places. And I one of the questions I ask when we're going to go into a forest or something is there anything that can kill me?
Yeah.
People look a little perplexed and look at me kind of funny. Okay. Now, rather than coming in with only green, I'm using this Copenhagen blue, this dark blue, and I'm going to make it kind of patchy as part of it is an experiment, because I want to see what happens when I come in with a yellow. I got what I wanted. Okay, I'm going to bring it up. I'm sorry the colors aren't more vibrant. That is green, though. That Copenhagen blue with a yellow over it. And it has an interesting depth to it. These are more like color crayons without much overlap. So anytime you want to pull an area together, you can pick out a color. Let's take this. Is this sand? What is this? Lemon yellow. Okay. If you're having trouble pulling a piece together, just go over with one color. And you will have a lot of variety, but this color pulls everything together. So they'll stay separate, but then there's a unifying element.
Eli tolleen kun vetää kevyen kerroksen värikynällä tuohon päälle, niin kuin Tiina nyt keltaisella, niin se vähän niin kuin yhdistää niitä juttuja.
Now understand what you put down first is going to influence the way the colors work. So if I put yellow down first, it's different than if I put blue down first.
Ja silloin on merkitystä, että laitatko se keltaisen ensiksi vai sinisen ensiksi. Esimerkiksi tuossa Tiina yhdisti ton sinisen ja keltaisen. Niitä kannattaa kokeilla, että millä tavalla se väri käyttäytyy, kun laittaa eri värejä, eri kerroksia.
Let's see. Alpo, if I send this picture to you, it might help. Let's see. How can I do this? Yeah, forward. Let me see. How can I do this? Oh no! I'm trying to send it to you, and it disappeared. So okay.
Photo deleted. What? No.
No.
Send.
Do you have Facebook?
No.
Okay. Well then
Instagram.
I will. Let's see. Hold on. No, I don't want to send it to myself. Not again. How can I? How can I send this to you? It's not giving me options. It's not giving me the right options.
You can
Okay,
send
I
it
can't send it
through.
to you right now.
Can send it through Instagram.
You'd think I'd be. Okay. Let's try it this way. Let's try it. I'm getting there. I'm trying to figure out. Where's Insta? Bing messages, and I'm trying to send it to. Where's Alpo? There. It says it's done.
Oh, okay, I'll have to check it.
Yeah. Everybody's going to know we didn't rehearse this. We didn't plan this last week.
Okay, got it.
Yay. I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what you do with it. It's definitely, it's going to be different than mine, which is always exciting. Okay, now I'm doing the contour background. So there's one interesting spot that I kind of messed up on. So let me see if I can get back into it. It's here. It's this one. Oh, well, just go with it. So I'm being nosy now. How long were you in Thailand?
Around 8 months.
Oh, how wonderful. Okay, envy. I haven't been. I would like to.
Yeah, it was interesting. Although at that time I drink quite heavily.
Oh.
So
Well, it was.
that changed the experience a little.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Was alcohol cheap there?
Yeah, that's why I drank about 2 whiskey bottles a day.
No.
All the time.
Your poor liver.
Yeah, I was amazed that my body could take that kind of alcohol abuse.
Oh.
But that was a thing I had to go through.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm probably the most boring dinner guest. I don't drink alcohol at all. We used to joke around, I'm a cheap date, not an expensive date, because I didn't drink.
I don't mind because I just endure every experience of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But it could have gone a bit differently if I wouldn't drink that much. But not that I mind. It was really good experience.
Yeah. Well, living in Ukraine, I just watched so many people drink so much alcohol. I'm like, wow, how? So if there were 5 of us at dinner, there'd be 5 bottles of vodka. You're kidding?
Yeah.
No. And I think most of those people are dead now, but they were older than me. Whew.
I like the Thai style though, that if I was with Thai people, we would go to a restaurant and order a lot of food in the table and a few whiskeys, and everyone just picking what they want to eat. You don't order one dish for yourself, but there's food, fish, meat, everything on the table, and you just pick what you want to eat. So it's
Everybody
for everyone. I love that style.
Well, we call it family style. It's very usual in Asian families, and my family that I was raised with is Asian. So when you go to a Chinese restaurant, what I'm doing is looking for my pencil sharpener right now. I can't find it. You order 7 different dishes if there's 7 people, let's say, and you order 7 different dishes, or even more, maybe 8, and everybody just has a little bit, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and do you want this? And yeah, I want more of that. And it's very social.
Yeah. In Finland, we are not used to that kind of thing.
Tell me.
When we go to restaurant, everyone just order the meal they want, and that's it. Everyone eats.
Okay.
It's separate. But I really like that style, that we order a lot of food to the table and you just eat everything from it.
I think, well, in Ukraine, it's both ways. So this is a thing, oddly enough, our habits in the middle of the Pacific Ocean were very similar to habits in Ukraine, which is landlocked. There's, well, almost landlocked. There is a Black Sea, but it's really far away from where I was living. And so it was very comfortable for me to experience. Okay, there is a stem to this Dracaena rather than brown. I'm coming in with purple. Remember, we're experimenting with color today. So if I went to a formal Ukrainian dinner, they're in courses, and I didn't know that. Nobody warned me about how they eat. And so it was on my very first trip, we had these little tiny dish, like doll dishes in front of us, and a huge platter of food would come out. And I didn't know that we were going to have this happen 12 times. So you're supposed to only take like 2 bites of this dish that comes out for the first, maybe 2 dishes come out.
Yeah.
By the end of the evening, oh my gosh, there's vodka between each course, and it was remarkable. I've always been a moderate drinker, and that's when I drank more in the first 2 years in Ukraine than in my entire life put together.
Oh.
And then I just quit drinking. I just told people, no, thank you. I just can't. I said, don't be abused. Don't be insulted. I just can't. Okay, so I've introduced some purple here. So what I'm going to do for my shadow in this is I'm going to bring in some purple. And again, if you recognize when you're drawing off of a photograph, this is for our audience out there. If you're drawing from a photograph, notice the shapes of your shadows. What shape are they? Again, back to basic shapes. Are they elliptical? Are they triangular? Are they square? Are your shadows curved? Are they flat? So I'm taking this color here. I want to introduce this color in a triangle format. And there are some little tiny flowers up here. Okay. They're actually not small at all. They're just really far away. These are hibiscus, which are about this big. Okay, so that's how far away this is in the background. I'm just going to put a couple of dabs of this color up here. Okay, so I have, my eye is not going to be stuck here. My eye just won't go, or this is a triangle. This is a triangle. Okay, it bounces your eye around. Yeah, I think, and oh, right here on this brown, I'm going to put a little coat of purple. It actually does, in the photo, have a little bit of purple here. We want to make it interesting. Well, we're going to try to make it interesting. I may or may not succeed. We'll see. Okay. You can use the side of your pencil. You can use the tip of your pencil. There is a lot of repression going on around the world right now. And I don't want to talk politics so much as how to fight against some depressive feelings that we might be experiencing. And one of the ways is to work on a big piece of paper and just make big movements with a lot of color. And you will find that your mood changes.
Yeah.
You got to translate that for me. Obviously, I don't speak Finnish. But.
Elikkä jos on negatiivisia tunteita tai masennusta tai jotain, niin kun piirtää esimerkiksi väreillä ison teoksen, niin se muuttaa sitä tunnetilaa, että kannattaa kokeilla. I usually say that I fight with love, which means I know it can be taken very differently what I mean, but I mean of loving without a resistance. You can change everything without fighting. So
yes.
Fighting with love, but it really means that you just love the shit out of everything.
I have a big tendency to agree with you. I can't always be successful doing it, but I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's looking a little bit interesting now. What I'm going to do, we have very blue skies in Hawaii, but this was because of the camera I was using, which was just my phone camera, and setting this up. This I'm going to make a very pale but clear blue, which would be my phthalo cyan blue or true blue. You can drop it in any way you like. Now, I'm not going to let this blue touch this area. I went over, you can see I've gone over this area right here. This plant is far away. This is in my background. So this again, you know how I did the unifying thing here in my foreground? I'm doing the unifying thing here in my background. Ah, okay, I'm happy. What I might do, aha, and the photo even did it for me. I'm going to put a little bit of blue here and a little bit of blue here. It's very subtle. Sometimes it can only be a dot of color that will make all the difference, just a little bit. And boom, this is carried all the way down here just by adding a little touch. What should we work on now? Is it time? Is it time? Not quite. Not quite. Almost time to start working on the flower itself. But now this is a question I'd like you to ask our viewers is, if you had started with the red flower first, could you make the background as interesting? And what I find for me, no. I find that if I do the background first, I pay so much attention to it. I make it interesting for myself. So you can ask them if they would make it interesting if they did the red flower first.
Eli Tiina tuossa kysyi, että jos tekisitte ton kukan ennen, niin tulisiko taustasta yhtä mielenkiintoinen kuin se, että aloittaa taustasta? Mitä olette mieltä?
Another thing that I'm doing is I'm working in big areas and moving around here, 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 and rather large areas, like the size of my hand, sideways, but still very large areas. And now I'm going to be working smaller and smaller into small areas about the size of my finger, and then small areas the size of my little fingernail, and tinier as the piece of work goes on. And this is actually how I work my watercolors. If you watch me do this in a watercolor format, it would be similar, not identical, obviously, but similar. Another thing for everybody to keep in mind is to experience different time frames. Like, you can even set a timer that you're gonna draw something in 3 hours. You're gonna draw something in 45 minutes. You're gonna draw something in 5 minutes. And these are exercises that we do in art school. And it teaches us to be observant. Because if we only have 3 minutes to look at something and draw it, it's a lot different than if we have 1 hour.
Eli
And it's really,
niin, että voi tehdä just silleen, että ottaa ajan kanssa, että piirtää 10 minuuttia, piirtää tunnin tai 5 minuuttia ja sitten sen mukaan siinä oppii vähän niin kuin sitä.
As I get smaller, I can do more negative space drawing and painting. Okay, so I'm making this stem stand out by making the area around it dark. And then this will jump out. I love this part of it. Okay, I need to work here a little bit more. I don't quite know what I want to do with that up there, so I'm just blocking it in for now because I'm going to start working on my middle ground, which is the flower.
I'm still at the foreground.
Well, you can stay on for another hour with everybody and they can watch you draw. You have the photo reference. And it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
You know, like I repeat every time, I'm doing the technical part, and and then we can get into the fun part of experimentation. Now, if we're really talking about technique and using a wonderful photo reference, we can see that things far away can be quite indistinct and even blurry. So you're just dropping in some patches of color. Okay, I think it's okay for now. Now I'm going to work on the red. If you are using if you have a photograph, blow it up, bring it in close, and then you can actually just take this is what I do. This is just my technique. Okay. You can drop your colors right over the photograph and go Oh, that doesn't work. That's not right. That's not what I want. Oh, I like this, etc., etc. Okay. So you also really need to make a color chart of your pencils if you're not familiar with them. So I like this one. And I like this one. These two, I think, are the same. Aren't they both pomegranate? No, this is... Okay, I got to experiment with those. No orange.
You know, I was amazed. I did few more eyes.
Yes. Oh.
And
yes.
I didn't use any black.
Uh-huh.
Not even the pupil.
Uh-huh.
I used violet, yellow, blue, and orange.
And what did you think?
I was amazed that I can create black from those colors.
Yep. Yep.
That was just really interesting.
Look how you did the see, I knew I had seen your progress, but I knew that's the latest eye that you did.
Yeah.
Your technique has changed.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, it was interesting because with these I used black.
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't know what to do. And then when we did the canyons, this I did this afterwards, and I was just, wow, I can really do black with these colors. Wow, that's amazing. That's really interesting.
Well, I think it's really important. I mean, okay, I have one black pencil, and it is kept, I'm trying to even find, and I've had this black pencil for 3 years, 4 years. This is it, and it's outside of my jar. Because there's so many other ways we can get that depth.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. I'm very happy. Okay, I'm going to just drop in my lightest colors first. I repeat myself. You don't have to draw as fast as I'm drawing. You can look at this video 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's fun because the saying, the old dog cannot learn new tricks, but that's wrong. I can.
Yes.
I can learn.
I learn new things all the time. I listen to my students very carefully. A teacher, I take my teaching very seriously, and one of my jobs as a teacher is to observe my students and to reflect back to them. Oh, wow, that's so beautiful. I've never seen anybody do that quite like that. And it's not just ego stroking. It's like, wow, I have learned things from 12-year-olds that I just went, oh my God, that's just so wonderful.
Yeah.
You're driving me crazy. That's so gorgeous. And
well, as I've been on many lectures and schools and done a lot of things that where I'm the student, and I've noticed many teachers that they cannot learn from the student, and I think that's a huge mistake, because they could really learn different views on the thing, on the matter that they are teaching. But many teachers cannot handle if the students are telling some different aspect of things. And it's sad.
Well, it is sad because that's why I've never gotten tired of teaching. I don't, I can teach the same lesson, but I will always get a different result
Yeah.
from my students. And that's what excites me. It's like, what are they going to show me today? What
Yeah.
are these kids going to blow my mind with? And because occasionally some teachers have asked me, don't you ever get tired of teaching the same thing? I said, it's never the same thing.
Yep.
And I feel like if I'm having a boring class, it's not their fault. It's my fault. It's my responsibility. How come they're not excited? What's missing? What is it, because I didn't get a good night's sleep that I'm taking it out on them? And I have to remind myself. So before I would walk into a classroom, I really would do this, Alpo. I'd say, let me do no harm.
Yeah.
And what that means is you speak kindly to children that you're responsible for or that you're teaching. And what can I give them that will not hurt them or harm them? And I've worked with the teenage criminals, and most of them just want to be loved,
Yeah.
accepted, and not hurt by somebody. And it's just, I had so much fun with them, but wow, it was scary. Very exciting. They really were criminals. It's like, oh, honey, what happened? What did some grown up do to you? Okay, same pencil, and I'm just pressing harder. And I don't want to get into a lot of details. This is my style. It's like Alpo has a different style than I have, and I bounce around. And part of it is because I was trained as a commercial artist, and time is money. You learn to draw really, really quickly. We have this job due in 2 days. The first deadline is in 12 hours. It's like, oh my gosh, you're kidding. Okay. I'm on it. I'm on it. Let me see your roughs in 45 minutes. No, no. After lunch.
Yeah, it can suck the fun out of it.
Yeah, but like we were talking earlier, it's a challenge. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, okay, you threw down the gauntlet. I'll do what I can. Okay, so what if you look at my pencil strokes, viewers, I am going from the center out, basically, like a pine tree. Plants come in a limited number of shapes. They fall into categories. And this is from the center out. These are very fleshy petals. They are thick.
Tervehdys kynäilijä Helaku.
And I want to save my white areas. I want to save some light. I hope we can all do some tempera painting together and some watercolor in the future. I will leave that up to you, Alpo. You can tell me if that's what you would like to show.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, now that I've laid in my color and I've tried to save some whites, now these Prismacolors do erase, so you have to check your individual watercolors to see if they will erase or not. Okay.
Mitäpäs helakuupäivää?
Oh, if and when we do watercolor, I'll send you my paint list so people will understand what colors I work with. This is a true experience. So I send out the paint list 3 weeks before the class usually. And I tell people, please get these specific colors so we can progress together. And inevitably, there's somebody that comes into class with all the wrong colors. Yes, there's a blue, a yellow, a red. Maybe they'll have sienna. And I'm going, but these aren't the colors we need. Well, this is what I had. It's like, okay. Then they get annoyed because their painting doesn't look like ours. The colors are dreadful. And I'm like, I wonder why that happened. People.
Yeah, the stubbornness is good when you understand it and you can switch it to be benefit for yourself, not against you. I love the stubborn part of self.
So now with the green outline, I can go right up against it. Now remember, if I put green and red over each other, I'm going to get neutral gray, which we jokingly call yuck brown. And, slightly different result.
Digitaalisia kuvia.
Now, all the principles that we've talked about, I'm applying to this drawing. So we've got basic shapes. We've got foreground, middle ground, background. We've got line density. We've got overlapping. We've got the basic principle that if you use a curved line, things are going to look round. So you're going to find very few straight lines in nature, even trees and branches are not going to have very many straight lines.
I think it's a fun practice to draw a tree, and you just, because many times when people what I've seen are creating the tree, it's two-dimensional. You have the tree trunk, and here you have the branches. But I think it's really fun to imagine the 3D tree. So you start to imagine, okay, there's branches off and towards me, away and towards. So you just start imagine, okay, this branch is coming towards me, this is going outwards, and it's the challenge, because it might look like a really messy thing when you do the 3D drawing, but it's fun.
Well, if one keeps going, if something looks really messy, I tell people, get up, have a cup of coffee, and come back, or take a break and come back.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they see the tree, and then they can approach it differently. But like, this is coming at me, so if I really want to emphasize that, I'm just gonna use the curved line, the curved shadow this way, curved line this way. This is a little bit straight, but there's still some curvature going on. Yeah, I would love to do trees sometime. Just trees.
Nothing but trees.
Nothing but trees. If you're game, I mean, I would love to do.
Yeah, sure. I love trees.
Okay. Oh, I took some photos specifically to share with people. Let me see if I can bring it up. Oh, technology isn't always my friend. Okay, there. Which one shall I start with? Okay, we'll start with this one. So this is in a botanical garden called Wisley Gardens, and it's outside of London. And I was looking at, I was sitting down.
To the center.
Oh,
yeah.
There?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there. Okay. I'm trying to get the overhead lamp not to. Okay. So now I didn't take this for the composition, because the composition would have been a little different. I took this for the shadows. And I loved the shadows on these pots, because this soft shadow here is cast from a branch far away. These sharp shadows are from the plant right next to the pot, right there. So this shadow actually comes from a tree far, far away. And then these skinny little branches are casting this shadow. I loved the shape and the softness of the shadow, and the way it wrapped around. Look, I love this. I just love these shadows, curved lines.
Yeah.
And it makes the pot look very round. This is bounced light. So there's shadow, and then there's bounced light from here, creating this highlight here. A combination of bounced light and the light falling on it. So I tried to take it from far enough away, and to prove my point about where the sun is and how the shadows are falling. So this object is casting this farthest shadow. It's a little taller than the squatty one. And with this knowledge, I know that the sun is right about, wait a minute, right about the angle of the sun. Stay. Is here. The sun was over here, shooting this length. Boom. And that's how so all you do is find your light source, find the sun or a lamp or whatever, firelight, and it's going to tell you where the shadow is falling and is cast. Now the other point, let's see, did that help? Oh, this I took a close-up just to get the shadow of the pot because I'm thinking about doing a painting of it. Okay, now about thirds. If we follow the rule of thirds, that means we have a lot. I'm focusing on the sky and the branches. I didn't like this. I purposely took this using this ground as 1/3. It's boring. It's okay. The sky's pretty, but now I wanted to focus on these crocuses, these flowers. So still using thirds, or approximately, let's see, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. I wanted the focus here on the foreground into the middle ground. So truly the sky is the background, and this you could consider the middle ground, but my focus is really here. So this area I consider the middle ground. Large, and it's going back. Smaller and smaller, smaller.
Yep.
Okay. Next. This one, I wanted to focus on the clouds. And so
even they are on the backside of the picture, they are in the front. That's interesting.
Yes. So this is just like the desert that we drew, where I said the clouds are really close to us. Here's the horizon line. And teeny tiny clouds far away, and as they overlap, they're coming towards us, they're closer, and they're huge. So we can actually, the sun you can see the sun was elsewhere, but if we use this as our perspective, you know where everything is.
Yeah.
You know that these are going to be really tiny and that this is going to be a big cloud. Okay. Now, what if we want to emphasize the shadows? We have to decide what we want to emphasize in a photograph and in a painting or a drawing. Do I want to focus on the people? And this is I split it in half on purpose because it's boring. This is absolutely boring. Everything's leading to the people, but there's not enough contrast here. The clouds are all sort of the same size. These are too equal. Look at this. This is equal to this is equal to this.
Yeah.
This is boring. No. Okay. Don't do this. I moved it a little bit so the sky took the feature. And these are they're almost the same size, but to me, it's a little more interesting for a boring composition, but the clouds. Okay, now you were talking about trees. I took these specifically so we could enjoy the shadows on the trees. And we can do a pen and ink of trees. I thought that would be a fun
that would be
subject.
Great.
Vanishing point pictures. And this is just to emphasize the point of the vanishing point, that we're dealing with triangles. We're dealing with triangle spaces. So here's my vanishing point, and everything is going from there. So if we move our vanishing point from center to here, we're going to get sharp angles here and more gentle angles here.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's all around us. Usually I can walk out with students and say, look at this and look at this and look at this, but we can't do this together. Again, I kind of like this one. My camera was dangling upside down. So I would have I could cut off a little bit here. But these are tiny. These are very small cyclamen. And I thought they were really gorgeous. They're bright fuchsia pink. Let's see, is there anything else interesting? Oh, I showed you that with the crocuses. Now, there was a show there of very tiny irises, miniature irises. Let me see. I took some with my fingers so you could see. This is how small the flowers are. Okay, here's my finger. And they're really little. They were so gorgeous. And okay, so now taking photos of flowers that are not yours, it's always difficult. This is quite purple. On the screen, it's blue. So I was doing my best to move around using what was in the background to help me feature the flower. And I sort of succeeded. And I can do a nice painting or drawing off of that. I can. This photo I'm very happy with. Again, it's all the wrong colors. But I like the shine of the leaves. I like the shape of the leaves. This gardener knew that one was going to be higher than the other. So that's very intentional planting because this is a competition. And I loved the shininess of the leaves. Look at that curve on that leaf.
Yeah.
We've drawn this. We all did this together. The nice highlight of the leaf, dark, light, dark. We have this nice bend.
Yeah, there's the highlight is blue in this one, and the last picture you showed, it was a yellow.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's oh, okay, wait. Let's look at this leaf again. Different. Look at this sweep. This triangle, this beautiful triangular sweep. So you can take a very small house plant. Some people feel like, oh, I have to be out in this and that, and I have to see fantastic scenery. It's like, no, you can take a glass from your kitchen and make it exciting.
Yep.
I'm trying to get this in focus. Focus. Are you focused? Okay. Now, I could spend about 6 hours on this drawing to get it up to the level that I want. And I'm certainly not going to force anybody to watch me draw for 6 hours. So I will probably draw this and then post it to you, Alpo, and put it on my Insta, and you can show everybody next time, or I'll show everybody next time when we're together again.
Yeah, in art streams, that is the question. Do you, because it's so slow paced, even though we create quite fast. That is the stream just like spending time, or is it focusing on creating something quite fast, or do you just spend time, or what kind of thing it is? Because when I started, and a lot of people said to me that they are listening that when I'm drawing or creating something, and I was like, what you're listening? Because I thought only that this is visual thing. That I go to jogging and I put on earphones and I listen you draw, and I was like, wow, I never thought that people could enjoy the stream like that.
They're lovely. Followers are just the best people. I'll get little messages that I have to do this and that, but I have, keep talking because I'm sitting at work and I'm really bored. I'm listening to you. That made me laugh. I was just like, wow, okay. So, yes.
Yeah, people really opened my eyes because I had just think that, okay, I'm just showing something visual. So I've learned a lot that, okay, there's so many different aspects on this also. Like just spend time, and it's not like some TV show or something like that. It's different.
It's definitely different. Well, if I'm doing if I'm doing something super detailed that I must pay attention to, I don't do it. I can't do it on stream. The things I do on stream are like the pattern pieces. Let's see, where are they? The mushrooms and things I showed you, right?
Yeah.
Those I can do on stream because it's either not for a client or it's not super precise, or it's at a certain stage or type of art that I can talk to people, and I have to look up at the screen and read what they're writing me, right? Because they can't talk to me. They can only text.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, this is so much fun. Well, that's,
Helaku is saying some people like putting this when they fall asleep, or they are mostly just listening as a radio. Yep. Yeah.
We tackle a lot of, on my stream, we tackle a lot of problems, or sometimes people are just, they want to talk, they want to vent, and it's like, okay, well, not vent so much as I'm having this situation, and it's like, oh, okay, you sure you want everybody to know about it? Okay, we're all listening, and there's a lot of trust involved, which I love.
Yeah.
Keep your pencil sharp if you want to get into tiny crevices, or I remember I'm working on watercolor paper, so it's got a lot of texture to it. And the other cool thing, which I'm going to go ahead right now and show you, is getting rubbing alcohol. Okay, this blew me away. I bought this bottle over a year ago. Okay, and it's rubbing alcohol. In America, not drinking, no, but in America, when I left Hawaii, you could buy 500 milliliters for 99 cents. This is 3 pounds and 49p for 250 milliliters. My mouth dropped open. I went, whoa, you're making a good, and it fell out of my mouth. I said, oh, you're making a good profit margin on this. And I thought, oh, you stupid American, shut up. I was being critical, and I have no business doing that. Okay, I'm just going to use well, you have your choice of what you want to use. You can use a brush. You can, if you want more activity, you can use a tissue. This is a cotton makeup pad, they call them. Or you can use your cotton swabs. In America, we refer, it's a brand name. We call this Kleenex. We say this is a Q-tip, and I don't know. These are just makeup, facial, whatever's, okay? Yeah. So now, don't stick your brush in this. This is what little, when I save little plastic things. This came from the top of tape, cardboard. And I went, ooh, nice plastic. Okay, oh, that'll work. Because obviously you don't want to contaminate this.
And I loved when you, in your stream, you said to people that when you're painting, don't put your brush in your mouth. I just laughed. That's just what I do. I put the brush in my mouth because I'm doing something else.
No. No. Okay, so now these Prismas are loaded with color. I'm going to come in really close now so you can see what I'm doing. Watch what happens. And there's some, so I'm just dipping it and brushing it. It melts the wax. And all of a sudden, instead of it being streaky, it's going to be very soft.
Yeah. Eli alkoholilla saa pehmennettyä noita. Jos kiinnostaa alkaa läträä alkoholin kanssa.
Don't be drinking this stuff. No. This will kill you.
Little happy drunken accidents. Oh, the alcohol is all over.
It's poison. Okay, so I'm now I'm gonna show you what happens in the green area. It removes a lot of that texture. It can blur edges. You can pull color into color. Okay, remember, this is just an experiment, and this is a demo piece. Now, let's say I really don't like this streakiness here in the sky part. I have to turn on my lamp. I don't know. Let's see how bad it gets when I turn on a lamp. If that helps or not. Okay, so I'm saturating about half of the pad. What this does is it eliminates the white between the grain of the paper. It's just getting rid of that white. It's melting that white. That's going to knock it into the background. It's not going to be as important because those were pretty big pencil strokes, and I want to make it less important. You do this on an A3 piece of copy paper, it's not going to be good. It's not a total disaster, but your paper would probably start falling apart. Okay, so that's what alcohol does. It does it to people's brains too, right, Alpo?
Yeah.
It blurs the lines. Once it dries, and it only takes, give it a few minutes. If you come in when it's wet, it will make it a little darker. If you wait till it's dry, it gives it a different kind of tooth, a little bit of roughness. And you can see, oh no, maybe you can't see, because of the alcohol, the paper has buckled, but like I said, it's watercolor paper. And look at what happens on the other side. It just goes right through.
Yeah.
So if you can imagine what that does to copy paper, right?
Eli tuossakin on alkoholi mennyt läpi ton paperi, että kannattaa, jos alkoholin kanssa läträä, niin kannattaa olla vahvat paperit, paksua paperia. So the teaching is, if you're messing with alcohol, make sure you have a thick paper.
Yes. After you use alcohol, you cannot remove this. An eraser will not work on it. You've melted it right into the paper.
Okei, eli jos käyttää alkoholia, niin sitä ei pysty enää kumittamaan.
If you're going to do this with kids, I don't recommend doing this with children under 10. A 10-year-old you can tell them, don't put this by your nose, don't put this by your mouth, and be careful with it. But you really have to supervise kids. So I just recommend not doing this with children.
Yeah.
Okay, now what I did, I used colored pencil in the baby dragon, but to get this smooth effect, I went over with a white pencil, and it smooths it and brightens it. Okay, so it's quite a different. This is big. I can use alcohol on it. On something like this, I'd have to come in with a tiny brush and be very accurate. Same color pencils. Okay, where's my reference? There you are. What's really cool is now you have a base and you can get very sketchy again. You can show off your brush strokes, your pencil strokes. Now, this is an experiment, and I want to see what exactly is going to happen. I want a very dark spot on this artwork. So I'm going to just take my red and put it over the green, which is also over another color. So I'm getting all of my colors in, and boom, see, I can get nice and dark by using my complements. Red and green are complements.
Eli kun käytetään nyt vastavärejä, niin saadaan taas tummoa sinne. Että jos käyttää vihreätä ja punaista, niin sillä saa tummuutta sinne. Eli pistetään tuonne vähän punaa. Vaikka mun nyt on tossa liila.
We can, now you have to be aware, sometimes you want a halo, sometimes you don't. I don't want a halo underneath. I want this to stay light, so the light is coming onto it.
Mulla on tässä, että mä teen tämmöistä vähän tämmöistä värien sekamelskaa tänne taustalle. Et mä en kopioi kuvaa.
What did you just tell everyone?
I was just saying that on here on the background I'm not looking at the picture that much. I'm just creating like a colorful, chaotic feeling.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Just different colors.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, this is going to be a very subtle little bit of red, but I'm not going to do it now. But I will introduce just a little bit of some reds that are happening here. Now, this is a very intense red. There's a lot to do on this. And this is probably 2 hours worth of work ahead of me to finish this flower. And how long have we been on? Oh, we're still good. We're still under 2 hours. Okay. What I want to do because I know what I need to do here, I want to make the background. I want to continue making the background interesting. Or at least what I think is interesting. Everybody has a different point of view. With the alcohol, I can layer. Quite dry. Once it's completely dry, it will have a different kind of texture and tooth to it. It's a little too damp to work on right now. Okay, looking into the camera and having the camera really far away, I can start to look at the composition and decide if this is what I want to have happen. And this is very boring to me. This is just not exciting enough. So I still want to darken this in so this will pop more. And it is really important that every now and then we just stop. Just stop and walk away from your art.
Eli se on hyvä pitää kyllä sitä taukoa niin kuin ja kävellä muualle ja sitten katsoa uudestaan sen, niin sen näkee sen taiteen taas ihan uusilla silmillä.
Okay, now I know I've saved that so I don't go over it and make it disappear.
Niin, se on kyllä joo. Helaku mainitsee tuossa, että sama musan kanssa, että korvat väsyy siihen, kun kuulee ihan eri tavalla se parin päivän päästä. Yeah, the Helaku is saying that it's same with the music. Ears get tired when you are creating the music and you hear it totally different after a few days.
Oh yeah, I think the brain needs to be constantly amused, and the brain just goes, okay, I've heard it too many times, I've seen it too many times, I can't see it anymore.
Yeah.
And the ear gets tired. Yeah, moms go through that with children all the time.
Yeah. I was just thinking when people are like excited about the pregnancy, that remember this moment when the child is there and you are tired and you're pissed because the child is crying and on whatever reason, remember this moment.
Well, I say something even crueler. It depends on the person, of course. And just think in 12 short years you'll have a teenager.
Yeah.
And everybody goes, oh.
Yeah, I said to my friend once that, imagine you have now a little daughter, and when time goes fast, there are a lot of boys who want to have with your daughter, and he was like, no, don't speak that, don't say that, no.
But it's
My
true.
little baby.
Yeah, enroll her in martial arts classes as soon as she can walk. All the parents out there, I'm a parent. I am a parent. I understand. I know all that. It's like, what were you thinking? No, but I like my kids. They're pretty amazing people.
I took the cheat code. I don't have kids.
Smart man.
Don't know about that, but
Oh my goodness. Excuse me. I need to look at this message. Okay, well, I'm not unhappy with this. This just needs to be, okay, if I squint at it and try to drop out the color, it's not interesting yet. It's not interesting at all. I feel like this needs to have more texture and be more interesting. Yours is lovely. Are you having fun with this, Alpo?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm just creating a mess. I'm enjoying it.
But see how you're mixing the red and the green and it's getting nice and dark?
Yeah.
So the flower is popping forward now. It's very separate.
I was thinking that I could take some water, because I have the watercolor pencils, so I could little bit mix that on this.
Oh, I want to see. I want to see what happens.
Okay. One more.
Well, don't rush. Don't rush. You know?
One
No. Slow down. Oh, one student has made a change in her life and now she wants to change my life. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Okay, where's my, there we go. You're back.
Many times I have this really weird style to make things just chaotic, and then when I made the chaos, I start to figure out, okay, how can I make this better? I loved the part when I'm creating something, at the beginning, because there's this relaxed whatever, like, I don't care, I just create. You just jump into the flow and you create, and at the end you start to look and see how you can make something out of that madness you created.
I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. I really appreciate that you do that. I'm at a point where almost everything has to mean something. It's like time and materials. So I don't, I'm really seriously thinking about how I create.
Yeah.
And I think what happens is I do most of my creating in my head.
Yeah.
And then I will proceed to make something happen.
Yeah, I understand. And it's probably the wise way to create something. But for me, it's like I just give the inner child to play. Go ahead, make a mess. It doesn't matter. I fix it.
I love it. I love it. I love that you can do that. That's what I appreciate about you, is I know that you're much freer than I am. And part of that is because of being a commercial artist, having that training, having to have so much discipline with other people's money.
Yeah.
Not my money, it's just like they want something from me.
Yeah.
And I have to deliver.
Yeah.
And I have kind of lost that carefree passion, and it's so much fun when I can touch it again, when I can feel it again.
Yeah. I
like
understand.
To me, this is quite chaotic to me.
Yeah.
But the end point is I already have something here that this was definitely, this is not someone else's photograph. This is my photograph that I took.
Yeah.
And that's yeah.
When I was a marketing manager, because I listened to other people. You cannot be the artist, you have to work. So I tried to mix art and work, but I couldn't be that creative on a big worldwide firm. There's strict rules what you can do, and because it was gaskets and heists, so very boring. And I tried to make it funny, so when people had read the magazine, the newspaper, they see a funny face made out of gaskets. Hey, what are you doing? Buy a gasket. And I had fun, but no, that was not allowed. I got bad critic from the CEO.
Oh my God.
No, you cannot do that. That's no. And I was like, why? Let's bring some happiness, joy into this. These are boring gaskets. Boring. But yeah, in a business world, it's if you're working, it's difficult if you're working for someone else to be just mad and creative the way you want.
It's beyond, it's futile. They will just squish you like a bug.
Yeah.
And every day becomes a hideous prison sentence.
Yeah.
It's and that's why I became an art teacher, is it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And the money, okay, of course, the money was not great at all, but it led to so much joy. It
Yeah,
made me
I had to leave
so
the
happy.
place because I was at one day I just pushed myself away from the computer and the desk. What is this, Alpo? This is not why you are here. You have other mission in life, and this isn't it. You have to quit. You have to quit your job. You have to do something else. This is not it. So I quit the job and started to find myself, and that's why I'm here.
And I'm so glad. I am so grateful that you did that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Helagu is saying there's a reason why office buildings are grey. Yep.
Aww.
One moment, you go ahead. I'll make a coffee and I take water so I can
Okay.
make this.
Ah, that's better. That's going into the background now. So by applying the alcohol and softening the strokes, it's going into the back, and I want this to come forward. So we'll figure out how to do that next. Alrighty. Let's see. Let me see what I can do here. Now, if I come in with the green, using the background, and then entering, I can create some separation and some detail. There we go. So these are big soft shapes, and now I can do finer detail shapes, sharper edges. Contrast. Okay. Wrong green. Let's see. Yes. So here, if we blow this up, we can see that there are lines, and we can vary the lines. Oh, you brought water.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, I'm going to watch you now.
Elikkä vedellä vedetään tuosta, katsotaan mitä se tekee.
What kind of paper are you working on? You working on watercolor paper too?
No, this is the copy paper for industrial printers.
Okay. Oh, industrial.
So this isn't ideal paper, but
it's nice and heavy though. It looks heavy.
Yeah, it's a 80 gram.
Okay.
So, eli mulla on tavallinen kopiopaperi, eli mun tarvii olla hyvin varovainen tämän veden kanssa. But it does get a little smoother, the surface.
Nice. It looks good. I like the contrast. Yeah. Oh, that's spot on. That looks great.
Yeah, I noticed that when I use water, it gives many times a little depth to the dark spots.
Don't overstroke your watercolor. Yeah. Leave it alone. Keep moving. Yeah. Good. Nice steps.
Täältä vaan nopeasti, kun en mä täältä niin ottanut. Just a fast one from for the bottom.
Nice. Don't touch it anymore. Let it dry. That looks good. The top is, yeah, I like it. No, don't overbrush. You should hear me yell when I'm teaching watercolor. I'm usually yelling, stop!
It's already, the paper is going like this. The how you say, wrinkles.
Yeah.
It's so thin paper. I've done a lot of, like my first watercolor paintings. I used like, I don't know, maybe 50 first watercolor paintings on non-watercolor paper. And I just laughed like, okay. So I have a lot of challenge because I'm not using the right paper. So this is, I'm messing a lot of up, but I had fun, you know.
Well, sure.
I think it's nice to create, because I have this mentality. If you can work on difficult situation and lousy tools, if you can master it, it will be dream when you have proper tools and you can like master yourself when you learn to do with lousy tools.
Well, okay. I cannot help but agree with you. Okay. And so what I did was, let me see if I can find it. Where is it? It might be here.
Veritas get saying I survived the dentist. This is exactly what I love, coming home to grabbing my sketchbook. That's great.
Okay. You were talking about using the wrong materials and things. And I did something a little different because I wanted to prove to everybody that if you can scrape together bare minimum equipment, you can do fun work. So I went to the shopping mall and I bought the cheapest watercolor paper, but it was watercolor paper. And then I went and got kids' tempera paint, the cheapest tempera paint. We call it kindergarten paint, right? And I had a postcard to work off of. I did not take the original. And so it started off like this. And I kept layering and I let it dry. Whoops, wrong way. Wait, it's out of order. Okay, here. Then I started adding the darks. Now this is tempera paint. I would handle watercolor very differently. With tempera paint, you let it dry and you can paint right on top of it. So it's like acrylics almost. And then I started putting in my darks and then started working on the foreground and then overlapping, really pulling in things over it.
Even though it's like a non-focused on the background and the leaves in front, it creates really nice view of that. I like it.
Thanks. So this was with probably, I would say, come on, get in focus, $7 worth of materials.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's not much.
I challenged myself, but I wanted to challenge everybody else that you can do a frameable piece of work if you analyze the photograph you're looking at and use all the different principles of background, middle ground, foreground, overlapping, dark and light, and you can create something pretty good.
Yeah, really good.
Thank you. Trying to find some other interesting photos.
That's why it's also a good thing, because many people we might have like the need to have every perfect tool. I'm not against good tools. I love paying a lot of money to have good tools, so they don't break in the middle of the flow working.
Yeah.
I do appreciate good tools, but it can give a lot of benefit to work with lousy tools if you can master those. So it's not, your skills are not dependent on the tools. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I agree with you completely, because I have brushes that are $75.
Yeah.
One brush is $75. To replace it, it would cost me $100 because it was custom made for the person that I bought it from. I appreciate good tools. My Prismacolor pencils, when these are used up, I'm gonna shift brands, because I found that they didn't mix with some of the British pencils. The British pencils cost almost twice as much, and they're beautiful, and I will love using them.
Yeah.
But I also show people that you can draw using a box of Crayola crayons. It's just my point, along with you, is do the best you can with what you can afford.
Yeah.
what's available. And because I just I didn't want people coming to my class, especially watercolor, and I would tell them, I want you to come to the first class. Don't worry about materials. If you want to buy the materials, here's the materials list. For those of you that aren't sure, come. And by then I had accumulated quite a number of paints, so I could afford to do that. And also companies will give you, I was really shocked. This company gave me probably $200 worth of paint samples and said, share them with your students. I was just bowled over. Yeah, okay, thank you. Because it's minimal for my watercolor class. Nowadays with the prices, the minimum is about $75 for materials, not for my teaching, just the materials. So I want them to understand what they're getting and what they're going to learn, and that these materials will last them a very long time if they are smart, if they use it wisely, and if they don't waste paint. So taking them step by step, it's not just a painting class. It's how to enjoy your art and how to use the materials properly, because I'm not there to sell materials.
Yeah. And the enjoyment is the like an important thing. Like I do enjoy these colors. This 40 set of colors, and they cost something like, I'm not sure, but if I remember correctly, like 150 euros or more. I'm not sure. But these were expensive, and I didn't have a lot of money, but I just these are so beautiful, and I want it. I don't care how much it cost. I want it, and I know they last a long time, and I had this probably 10 years.
Isn't that wonderful? And it was an investment.
Yeah.
On many levels. It was an investment in happiness. It was an investment in self-expression. It was an investment in joy. That's wonderful.
Yeah. It's good to think not what you are paying sometimes, but what you are getting. Like these colors. 150 euros it's not that much. For it can feel a lot when you're paying from pencils, 150 or 200. If you are like on welfare, it's half what you get in a month. It's a lot to pay for some pencils, but it gives us so much. Like I had this friend. Once we were at the bar drinking alcohol, and we talked about salt, and I said, I buy this salt. It's expensive, but I like the quality. And they were like, no, I wouldn't. I'm not going to pay 5 euros for a salt package when you get it's 1 euro. And it was funny for me because but we are here drinking beer, 5 euros a piece. That's okay, and the salt will last you months. Several months you can use it. But, so it was just funny that it really depends how you look at it.
Oh, definitely. And I repeat, and how to take care of that. If you don't know how to take care of good quality things, it doesn't matter if it's good quality or if it's cheap, right? Because you're going to trash it no matter what. So this is part of art appreciation, is not just the art, but the materials, how involved it was to either create the paints or make the paints. Where do they come from? Most people don't even know how pencils are made, and we use them all the time, and they take it for granted. And so that's why I tell people, watch a video of how pencils are made. You're going to look at your pencils differently. Brushes. Okay. Brushes are the one thing, because China is getting better and better at things. They don't just send crap over now. But every paintbrush is handled by a human being. Even cheap brushes are handled by a human being. So when you look at a $15 brush or €15 brush, people go, and I'm going, yeah, but you know what? I'm going to have this thing. I'm going to take care of it, and I'm going to have it for about 15 years.
Yeah.
And when it's down to 2 hairs, I'm going to use those 2 hairs on something else. So, yeah, I guess now.
Yeah, I bought these pens, several. I like this
Beautiful.
pens, but I don't know how to keep them in shape, because if I use these rarely, I don't use every day, the ink dries in the pen and it's hard to get working again.
I would actually go to the site of that company that made that pen and look under care, because everybody, you have your name inscribed on it. I love it.
Yeah.
Because you can, if you know you're not going to use it very often, you can fill it with a cleaner that will preserve everything. This was always a big problem with repeatograph pens before we had beautiful felt tip pens that were reliable. Everything we had to, oh my God, we had to buy special ink, special cleaners, special humidifying boxes. It was expensive. It was costly.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely go to the site and look up care and cleaning, and they will tell you exactly what to get.
Yeah, with this pen, after Inktober, I didn't use it, and now it's stuck. And
Okay, yeah.
even though I clean it and put a new ink in it, it doesn't work.
You need the special cleaning solution. Repeatograph
Yeah.
has Kohinoor. That's the company I'm trying to think of. Kohinoor has a wonderful line of the accessories and materials for taking care of very fine pens. Is it Schaefer? Schaefer, I think, is an American company. Well, I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, it's. I'm not happy with that yet, but okay. So I'm going to knock it down right now by going in.
There's a very tasket saying, it's important to treat yourself sometimes, quality over quantity kind of a thing. But
Yes.
I always start with lower quality art supplies if I want to try something new. And Hela is saying, no rules in art as long as you are enjoying it.
Good attitude. I like that.
Yeah.
Good attitude. Okay, now for me, this is just Tina speaking. Okay, now I have to look and say, is it working? No, that's not working. I don't like this, so I'm still gonna work on changing it. I think I want to just make more stuff happening here, so I'm just gonna come in with it. I think one of the funniest, I was in a competition, this is years ago, and I think one of the funniest, strangest things happened is someone was looking at my piece, and then they started talking about it. They didn't know I had done it, okay? So they were talking about it. And then they started saying, well, I think the artist meant this. I think the artist meant that, la, 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 la. And I said, oh, I don't think so. And they said, well, I do. And blah, blah. And I said, well, I'm it's very interesting to hear your opinion. I'm the artist. And I watched him change his really very funny color before he walked away. So, I mean, that I just thought that was, I wasn't offended. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, good moment. But there you can hear the truth, because if they'd known you're the artist, they would say probably different things.
Oh, some people can be very hostile. It's really funny.
Well, it was funny for me when I started 2011 my art life, and I got so much angry people.
Oh,
You can't live like this. You and trying to tell me what can I do and not to do with my art. And I was like, what? You do realize I am a grown man who decides to listen his heart and not his mind and do what he thinks is right for his life. You do realize I'm not a kid. You can't tell me what I can do with my art and my life. It was really amazing that people got so mad, and that's why I started to stream, because the hate that I got, I was like, yeah, really, I can't live like I choose, really, watch me, and I bought the cameras and everything so I can show, watch me. This is how I'm choosing to live my life, and that's it.
that is so funny. Now, if I feel at this point in my life, if I feel that someone could use some positive advice, I will always ask them, may I make a suggestion? And that's all it is a suggestion. I am not going to tell anybody what they can and cannot do. That's just absurd.
Yeah.
But approach that way, so many people say, yeah, what, to talk to me. And okay, for instance, the most recent situation, I'm trying to see if I have the right red in my hand, was this potter And I could tell from her work right away that she had not been doing it for very long. But she had like all of the work was hers on the table, I asked. And she had done 2 fantastic pieces. The rest of them were really kind of They just didn't have any experience, and they weren't beautiful. And so I asked her very carefully, may I make a suggestion about what the pot and why it's done this way and what it means and so on and so forth. We ended up buying a beautiful bowl from her. I thought it was her best piece.
Yeah.
And I explained why I was buying it. And she could have, I was being as gentle and polite as possible, and she could have told me to lump it. But she looked at me and she said, "Thank you so much. Nobody has told me that." And she was really excited in a positive way and kind of annoyed that she said, "My instructor never told me that. Nobody ever." And I'm going, wow. Okay, so your instructor sucks, but your pottery is good. And I love that bowl so much. And I hope I bump into her again. It was a happenstance thing. We were just at a place and they were having a little arts and crafts thing at one of the malls that we happened to be walking through. But I told her, I said, "Oh my God, your texture here on the inside, it's just, you nailed it. The thinness, the shape, the color, the way the glaze set. I really, really love this piece." And that she was so excited.
Yeah, I've been working myself with that turning the negative to positive. Even though I get negative feedback, just calm yourself and, okay, is it so? If it is, okay, can I do something about it? If not, okay, that's someone's opinion. But the way that you can learn and turn everything to your benefit, even though it's negative or positive, it doesn't matter. But how you use it. And I like that I've been working on myself, so it doesn't matter the negative or the positive.
Well, I use the example of a hammer. A hammer can build a house or it can kill somebody. And it's all on how it's used and the intent. Now, intent is a big thing. And if someone's intent is to be harmful, then they have no credibility to me.
Yeah.
So, okay, but Alpa, how many times have I said this to you? I mean, why did I agree to do this channel with you? I mean, we've discussed this. You are one of the few true artists that I personally know or that I have personally met. There are ways of getting to meet artists. You go to shows, you see how they struggle, and the chances of getting to know who they are and what they're going through and what their true intent is. But from the very beginning, I could see what your true intent was. You are an artist. You do stuff that I can't do, because you're brave. And the thoughts that cross your mind don't cross my mind. And so it's really, to me, it's really important that you keep doing your channel that you keep doing these streams, not to benefit me directly like this, but that I kind of go, cool. Yeah, oh, he's still working on it. This is really great. He's not giving up. He's doing this and this and this. And I salute your bravery on many levels. So there.
Yeah, I've spoken about it that the bravery is the part of the madness, because you need to face your madness, because we are all crazy in here, because we have the duality in oneness. So we are all mad, but you need to face it and use it.
Yep.
So that's because sometimes you need the madness to go through the fear you might have towards, like, for example, drawing, even if it's a simple task, and it's like this, well, pencil on paper, it's not that big of a deal, but it can be scary.
Yeah, it's very scary. It's very scary. For a lot of people, it's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
This is one trick I play on my kids that are, they go, oh, I can't do that. These are true examples, true stories. And he's like, oh, I can't do that. I said, why not? And he said, oh, I just can't. And the task was to draw 50 eyes. That was the homework. They had as many days as they wanted, but I wanted 50 eyes. They had lots of instruction. And this is a private class. And I said, okay, so you're telling me you can't draw 50 eyes. So if someone came up and offered you $1 million to draw 50 eyes, could you do it? And he just shut his mouth completely, picked up the paper and the pencil and went to his desk and started drawing.
Yeah, good motivation.
So that's my sort of like my acid test with kids is, and they all knew it. So shorthand became, if there was $1 million and that was it, that was the end of the conversation. And he got really good at eyes, by the way. Oh.
Have he gotten the $1 million yet?
No, well, he might. He's, how old would he be now? I think he'd be 38, and he was already, the last time we had contact was about 5 years ago. And he was in management of some sort. And I went, all right. His parents definitely thought, they sent him to me, but they knew I was crazy, and but they were happy with the results. I'm in close contact with some of my other students, and they surprise me. They surprise me. Every now and then somebody just pops up out of the blue. Well, gosh, Alpo, this is, I think, the longest stream you and I have done together.
Oh, maybe.
I'm not sure. Is this the longest one we've done?
I don't know. Could be.
3 hours? Is that right? We're almost up on 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's looking better. I have to hit this with alcohol now. What?
Someone with a negative mind. I know they are forcing, embracing alcohol use on the streams. Bad influence to younger people.
Well, you can give yourself a nice foot massage with it, or yeah. I'm just going to drop in some kind of background here. A little bit of background noise. Okay. Now this is just so light. I am going to start toning it down in two different ways. Slightly darker pencil. And then I want to come in with, I'm going to experiment a little bit. When you use a light pencil over dark, well, with these, I mean, you're going to have to experiment with your own pencils. It can just soften it. See how it's getting misty here? So I'm coming in with the pink over the green, and it's just fogging it. It's knocking it back. So maybe I won't use the alcohol. I just want it softer. Oh yeah, I kind of like it. Yeah, it's happening. I mean, I really think that's one thing that when we do a piece of artwork, we just have to, at some point, ask ourselves, do I like it? Am I happy with it? Is it doing what I want it to do? If it's not, stop, walk away, leave it alone, put it in a closet, and go look at it in about a couple of days or even a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Put it in your closet.
Actually, I don't have a closet, so I just fold it up and put it away somewhere. Tuck it behind the shelf. Close up the tablet that it's in. This is actually quite dark in the photo, but I really like what's happening here. I want to keep that. I like it. So, like I said, we're not working on photorealism. That's a whole nother kettle of fish there.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said many times, I don't look the reference picture. I'm just going with the flow, how I feel.
I was having a lot of fun looking at my old, like long time ago, years ago postings of my artwork and laughing at how much time has gone by. It's like, whoa, I did that 12 years ago? No. Yeah, it was 12 years ago. And deciding on whether I liked it or not. And more times than not, it's like, wow, that's better than I thought it was. And that's really a nice surprise. And I think most of us will experience that. Just do a lot of art.
Yeah, I just some days ago, I was listening to music what I created to my the Alpen Ruusu club, the club. And I was working here and doing different things, and suddenly I just noticed the music. I'm listening. Oh, this is good music. And then I went, wait a minute.
It's my
wait a minute. This is my music. What?
I love it.
Sometimes you just forget.
Okay, I have achieved what I wanted so far. Now this is one of those times I'm going to put it away for a couple of days. Okay, I just want to analyze this really quickly. I have overlapping taking place. This is definitely the center of interest. It is vertical. I don't like this so much. I might really just end up making it very, very dark and probably deepen this a little bit too. If you don't like something, okay, there are so many different ways of dealing with it. Erasing is not an option on this one, but if I texturize it and melt it a little bit more. Okay, so I do pretty much like, I'm going to turn it into a tree, I think. It's supposed to be a Dracaena. I don't like it as a Dracaena, so I'm going to change it into a tree. But I think I really need to melt it down first and soften this in. So this is looking it's not muddy here. It's muddy on camera. And I'm going to let it go for a while. Okay, so I marked this to remind me that I'm going to do something extra with it, like turn it into a tree there. And then I'll build up this middle ground a little bit more. But right now, boom, this is jumping out at me, which is what I wanted to do. These are nice and bright, which brings everything into the foreground. And it also lets me think that there are clouds over here, but there's sunlight here. So it's got some atmosphere. I'm not unhappy with it. It is not finished. And I don't know, I will probably continue it either later today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, and I will let you see the finished product. I'm pretty happy with what's happening here. This is
Yeah, your flower is looking good. When I look at mine, I'm like, what the heck I was thinking? What is this? What is this? What I've done?
your leaf. This leaf is exquisite. I love that leaf.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, I really, really love that leaf. And also, this is a good time for me to stop. It just needs to sit, and I'm going to go have breakfast. I haven't had breakfast yet. It is now almost noon. It's a good time to eat.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Alpo, thank you so much, dear. And
Thank you.
audience, thank you, viewers. And mwah. I blow you a kiss. Bye bye.
Bye. Mä taidan vielä jatkaa tätä pienen hetken tässä näin. Hetkinen, vaihdetaan toi skene tuolta. Niin jatketaan tätä vielä vähän. Mä en malta nyt vielä ihan lopettaa. Moi anukat. Mitäs väriä mä tuohon nyt haluaisin? Vähän ehkä sinertävää. Tulipas hiljasta. Kukaan ei puhu mitään. Jännä, miten erilainen fiilis tulee heti tässä, kun monen tunnin ajan, tässä 3 tunnin ajan on kuulunut koko ajan jonkun puhetta tuohon korviin ja sitten yhtäkkiä tuleekin hiljasta. Joo, kynääni kuuluu. Pientä kevyttä rauhustusta. Tota, siinä taitaa olla se blokki, ettei siihen saa linkkejä tuohon chattiin laitettua. Mä en tiedä, se olisi aika hyvä, jos siihen saisi niinku sillä, että kun mä oon ottanut ne pois silloin joskus aikoinaan, kun mä huomasin, että tuli näitä tämmöisiä häirikkö postauksia, linkkejä ja kaikkea, niin mä otin ne silloin pois. Niin se olisi hyvä, jos ton saisi, mä en tiedä saako sitä silleen, että sen pystyisi niinku erikseen valita, että näytetäänkö linkki. Joo, kun mullakin on kun mä käytän niinku monta ohjelmaa tossa, niin se on, mä en edes muista, että onko se YouTubessa, onko se tossa, mikäs toi nyt on, Streamlabsissa, ja sit se saattaa olla vielä jossain Nightbotissa. Se ei ole vaan niinku yhdessä, niitä on niinku monta tuommoista, niinku mitä mullakin on tuossa käytössä. Oishan se ihan kiva niinku tavallaan ottaa pois, mutta sitten se on just se, kaiken spämmin kanssa, niin se on vähän sitten sellaista ja tällaista. Että sitten kun noin botit huomaa, että tonne kanavalle voi postaa ihan mitä tahansa linkkejä, niin sitten sitä semmoista skeidaa alkaa tulla ihan liikaa. Huomasin sen heti silloin alussa, että no. ei voi laittaa tuommoista. Tulee liikaa sotkua chattiin. Mä oon kans hävittänyt mun Twitch-tunnarit. Ne ensimmäiset. En mä oo sitä Twitchiä paljon käyttänyt, kun mä huomasin silloin, kun mä tein seinämaalausta. Niin YouTubeen samalla puhelimella, niin se YouTubeen oli paljon laadukkaampi kuin Twitchiin. Vaikka Twitchiin oli kiva, kun sai sen vaakakuvan ja YouTubeen pelkään pystykuvan, mutta äänilaatu ja kuvalaatu oli niinku ihan siis järkyttävällä tavalla niinku erilaista. Ja se oli vähän jännä, niinku, että miten se noin paljon voi vaihdella se laatu. Laita mulle vaikka sähköpostilla alporuusu@gmail.com. Niin ja tosiaan huomenna ei ole striimiä, kun on työjuttuja, niin ei kerkeä tehdä striimausta. Joo, se on alporuusu yhteen. Niin, tuo tubekin vaihtelee vielä sen mukaan, onko maksettu. Meidän tää maailma on mennyt vähän siihen, että saat skeidaa, ellet maksa. Hassua. Mut mun klubilla muuten on ilmoituksia, että saa ilmaiseksi sijoitettua taiteeseen, minun taiteeseen, jos haluaa. Voitte rikastua ilmaiseksi, jos haluatte. Ei tarvii edes maksaa mulle yhtään mitään. Joo, kyllä ihan hyvät sähkölaskut varmaan. Onko sulla kumminkin se uuni? Mulla on ollut nyt pelkästään sähköllä, niin se on kans. On kyllä niinku nelinkertaiset sähkölaskut. Joo, niin no kuukausimaksullisuudet on tullut aivan niin kaikille, kaikkialle. Siinä on ihan hyvät ja huonot puolensa tavallaan. Että mulla on paljon kanssa, niin kuin, että mä sen takia, kun on pitänyt miettiä tuo rahan käyttö, niin mä otan tietylle kuukaudelle tietyt ohjelmat ja sitten taas katkaisen sen tilauksen ja toiselle kuukaudelle toiset ohjelmat. Ja mulla on hyvin tarkkaan niin kuin laskettu se, että miten ja mihin mä käytän sen mun aikani ja rahani. Ai, sulla on puut vähissä. Mulla olisi kyllä puita, mutta en ole lämmittänyt, kun tarttis. Mulla on tikkaita enää tuonne katolle edes. En mä tiedä sitten, olisiko nuohojalla jotain sellaista, että kun tuo on jyrkkä katto, että viittiinkö sinne mennä ilman mitään tikkaita siellä katolla. Niin en oo kysynyt. Eli kun mulla ei ole nuohottu, niin mä en oo käyttänyt sitä uunia. Otetaan vielä vähän sinistä tänne. Joo, se sunokin on, se on kehittynyt aika paljon. Se on vuodessa kehittynyt aika huimasti se suno. Mulla olisi paljon biisejä, mitä tarvitsisi käydä uudestaan läpi, fiksailla niitä virheitä, mitä silloin alussa tuli. Mitä se teki, niin kun sillä oli vähän ongelmia tuon suomen kielen kanssa. Siinä on iso duuni käydä ne kaikki läpi. Ehkä mä sit joskus jaksan käydä ne. taas ihan huvikseen tuonne vähän valkosta. Joo, silloinhan mä aloitin silloin alun perin niin musiikin teon ihan sen takia, koska YouTube oli kaikki nuo copyrightit ja kaikki. Ja sitten piti alkaa opettelemaan musiikin tekoa, mutta nykyäänhän toi kätsy, kun toi suno, niin niitä voi käyttää sitten ihan vapaasti. Se on mun mielestä tosi hieno juttu kyllä siinä. Huomaatteko, mä oon tätä lehteä tässä työstänyt sen verran kauan, että mulla alkaa mennä vähän enemmän tuonne realistisen puolelle. Sitä kun innoissaan työstää, niin sit sitä huomaakin, että jaa, niin joo. Jaha, kukka on kyllä vähän nyt, mitä nyt sattuu olemaan. Ai vitsi. On se jännä vaan niin kuin tässäkin näkee tonne, että kun mitä enemmän työstää, niin kyllä se, niin kuin, se ulkonäkö muuttuu tuossa aika paljon värikynillä. Kun vertaa tuonne muualle teosta, niin tämä kohta on työstetyin kohta. Joo, se on ihan mukava, kun taas valo vähän enemmän. Jahas, olisikohan se sitten tältä erää tässä. Tää katsoo, jos sitä sitten jossain vaiheessa jatkaisi. Tuo kukka nyt on kyllä vähän niinku voitaisiin sanoa vähän kyseenalainen. Mutta semmoista se joskus on. Tulee ihmeellisiä juttuja. Ei se niin vakavaa onneksi ole. Jees. Joo, tohon saa jos tollaista tän tyylistä tekee koko paperin, niin kyllä siihen monta tuntia saa menee. Et onhan se kumminkin sit palkitsevaa, kun sen on tehnyt, mutta kyllä siihen aikaa menee. Jees. Tää saa nyt tältä erää olla tällainen. Ja eli ensi viikolla jatketaan. Niin oikein ihanaa loppuviikkoa kaikille. Moikka moi!